Chase down. I am Chase Sanders. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. Today we're going to break down a draft prospect for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Evan Mobley. We're going to talk about his skills and then how he could fit with the Thunder. Yeah, today we're looking at Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley went to USC. He's a center. He's 7 foot 215, 7'4" wingspan. In college, his 1 year he averaged 16.4 points per game, 8.7 rebounds, and 2.4 assists per game. And I think his assists per game could probably go up in the NBA. Shot 57% from the field, had 2.9 blocks per game, 30% from three, and 69% from free throw. So hopefully he can get that free throw percentage up. So first thing we're going to talk about is his offense. His playmaking potential is really excellent. He has good passing vision, not necessarily like Nikola Jokic, but maybe similar to Al Horford or Bam Adebayo, that type of playmaking. He doesn't necessarily excel at one thing, but he does have high potential, and his natural offensive instinct shows really high potential. He can score from anywhere on the court. He only shot 30% from three, but he can always get better at that and improve on his 3-point shot. A lot of people talk about his shot form and his release and think he needs to speed up his release, but he's a big man. He's a 7-footer. I don't really think he needs to have a fast shot. How many big dudes have a fast release? Joel Embiid doesn't. Nikola Jokic doesn't. Not a whole lot of the big men who shoot threes have a fast shot, so I really don't mind the speed of his shot, but I see a lot of people talk about that. He needs to speed it up, but I think it's fine. I love his mid-range shot ability. I'm a sucker for a guy who can shoot mid-range, and being a 7-footer and the big man, I think that really helps expand the offense. Another thing, he has the ability to put the ball on the floor and drive. And having that as a big man from him be able to post up down low or be at the top of the key and drive to the lane if nothing in the offense is going for him. And then one thing, when he does do that, he doesn't over dribble. He dribbles with a purpose. He's either going to dribble handoff, going somewhere with the ball. He doesn't just sit in one place. He's going to dribble handoff or go to the basket. And then when he is driving, he does have some go-to moves. He might do a hop step and pass out of it, or put up his little hook shot, or he likes to do a little spin move and then put up the hook shot. And one thing about him is he's really good at using the backboard. He just has a really soft touch, and I think he's almost perfected his hook shot with that soft touch. Just to have that soft of a touch, even when his aim is a little off, because I've seen when watching his highlights, sometimes he doesn't always drain his hook shot. It's just soft enough, sometimes he'll hit the back of the rim and it doesn't bounce way off. It just, hits the back of the rim, a little bounce back into the basket. He does love to get the ball in the high post, which I also really like. Being able to get the ball in the high post or at the top of the key leads to just a lot of playmaking opportunities. And one thing when he is driving to the basket is he has a quick first step, and that might just be partly because he has long legs, and then he also likes to utilize his jab step. He does throw a lot of jab step in there. All right, now we can take a look at his defense, which a lot of other people think he has really high potential on the defensive end, but maybe not so much offense. I like him on both ends of the floor personally, but a lot of people think he has a lot of potential on the defensive end just because he's a natural shot blocker. He has the ability to block shots without fouling. I think he only averaged like 1.8 or 1.5 fouls per game. He didn't have a lot of fouls, and he averaged almost 3 blocks a game. Just when he goes up for those shot blocks, he jumps straight up, or he gets his body out of the way. He doesn't jump into his opponent, or he goes straight up. He knows how to maneuver his body in a way to get the block, but also without fouling his opponent. He's not an amazing perimeter defender, obviously, because he's a big man, but he can hold his own when he gets switched onto those guys. I think he has fast feet, he has quick hips when he's turning his hips. Similar to Nerlens Noel, but kind of without the quick hands that Nerlens has, because Nerlens gets a lot of steals. I think he has the same type of quick feet, quick hips that Nerlens does when he's on the perimeter defending. Yeah, there's not much to say about his defense. He is really good on defense, shot blocking, and his ability to defend. Just his major problem is got put on some weight so he can guard those big guys like Embiid and Jokic and just the really big bigs. Talking about his weaknesses, put on some weight, add some strength, and then maybe after a year or two, you see him being in a weight program with the NBA team. Then he'll put on some weight, he'll be stronger, and he'll get even better on the defensive end. I think maybe after the first year or for year and a half, 2 years, he could be a really solid defensive player. Just for those first couple years, he might struggle against the bigs who have a lot of weight on him and like to play in the post. I think on the offensive side, what he needs to work on is he needs some go-to post moves. He has perfected his hook shot, but he doesn't have maybe an up and under or just a spin hook shot. He has his moves when he's driving to the basket, but just posting up down low, getting the ball, and just having a signature go-to move, I think is something that could make him really awesome on the offensive end. And then like we talked about before, improving his 3-point shot. He only shot 30% from 3. If he can do all that, he can just be a monster in the NBA and a monster on the offensive end. Okay, now we can go ahead and talk about the reason why we're all probably talking about this guy is his fit with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think this is just an excellent pick and roll, pick and pop option with Shea to add to Shea. Take some pressure off of Shea also in the playmaking ability, playmaking situations. If he can rack up some assists here and there, just take a little bit of pressure off Shea. I think this is why it's really good addition for the Thunder if they did grab him. He could be utilized similar to how Al Horford was at the beginning of the season. Giving him the ball at the top of the key, a lot of dribble handoffs, running some plays while he has the ball up top and looking for some good passes. Similar to Horford and Gallinari, give those guys the ball to either make a play to get the ball to somebody else, or to create their own shot and get some points. Just take some pressure off Shea. I think if you draft Evan Mobley, it's not just like another side piece to Shea. Like, hey, here's another scoring option. Just when Shea's not on the floor, I think this gives Shea another guy who can be on the floor with him and take some pressure off him, and it's not just double teaming Shea every time he drives to the basket. Another reason he may fit, I know some people really like Moses Brown, but I think this guy, he could be a more consistent version of Moses Brown. He has the height and the shot blocking ability. Just a more consistent on the offensive end than Moses might be, because sometimes Moses doesn't always score a ton on the offense, but he's a big rim protector, so he's just a consistent version while still giving the rim protection that Moses does. I think that's where Evan Mobley could be better than Moses. The big question here, I think, is how much does the Thunder like Moses Brown if they're in the position in the draft where, Evan Mobley's up there on the board and there's not a player better than him that they like. Do they take Evan Mobley and, Evan Mobley starts while Moses Brown comes off the bench? I think that's the big question here. So, you guys let me know down below what you think. How much do the Thunder like Moses Brown? Will they take Evan Mobley and replace Moses Brown with him? You guys let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That's my draft breakdown for Evan Mobley. He's probably my favorite prospect, that the Thunder could grab. I don't think they're going to get the number 1 spot and be able to grab Cade. I think if you do get the number 1 spot, you kind of do have to grab Cade. Anyways, that's another video. But hey, Evan Mobley is just the first draft breakdown that I wanted to do. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like and the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below what you want me to talk about. Thank you.